What's up, gamers? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to improve your motivation in Rainbow Six Siege. Before we go any further, links to all my socials in the description below, so make sure you go check those out. Now, Rainbow Six Siege has one of the steepest and biggest learning curves out of every game, probably ever, to be honest, because there's lots of pros who switch from other games like Fortnite, PUBG, Valorant, CSGO, any game that switches to Rainbow Six Siege, any FPS, any just game in general. They say this game is one of the hardest games to learn. So you, along some point in your journey in this game, might lose your motivation. So today we're gonna try and talk about how to rekindle that motivation and how to use that motivation to reach new heights of your capabilities in this game. Now, the first thing in motivation to keep you motivated is to set goals. This works in anything in life, but especially in Rainbow Six Siege is very important. Now, a goal has to be manageable. It has to be reachable. You can have a long-term goal, like right now you're silver and you hope to one day hit diamond. Now, you have to realize that silver to diamond is a pretty big jump. So it's not like, oh, in a week or two, I'll be diamond. It's possible if it's the beginning of the season, you make enough elo and you work really, really hard, but it's not super logical and not super likely to happen in such a short amount of time. And I feel like what happens is people set super outrageous goals like silver, going from silver to diamond in 2 weeks. And then they only go from silver to maybe gold 2. And they're like, wow, I failed my goal. I'm so unmotivated now. It's better to have small goals like, all right, in 2 weeks, right now I'm silver 4. In 2 weeks, I want to either be silver 1 or gold 3, something like that. A smaller goal to reach, and then as you reach it, you kind of keep rekindling that motivation. And then eventually you have your long-term goal of reaching diamond. And it doesn't necessarily, your goal doesn't have to be a certain rank. It could be, I want to go positive today in my elo gain. I at least want to have a 1.0 KD by the end of the day. Like throughout these couple games I play, I want to maybe end up going 22 and 22 in my KD, something like that. I want to work on my callouts, whatever it may be. Set a goal that you can reach, set a goal you can track, and then work towards that goal. My next tip is, for an example, like in a gym, lots of times to stay motivated, you have a workout buddy or somebody you go with who keeps you motivated, who keeps you honest, so you don't slack on your goal, you don't slack on your progress. So that would be the same thing here. For example, going back to the silver to diamond goal, if you want to go silver to, like I said, silver 1 or gold 3, have a buddy that's around your same rank and climb together, work together, practice together. You have to make sure that this person you choose, or the people you choose, doesn't have to be one person, are as motivated as you and as dedicated and as committed, because it's not going to do you any good if the person you choose to help push you to be motivated is just a slacker and procrastinates and says, oh, I don't want to try today, let's have an off day, and then that off day turned into another off day, then 3 off days in a whole week, and then your goal is completely gone and you're back to square one. Now with this buddy, this kind of brings me into my next tip, is competition. You can either have your buddy to help you, to be like, hey, make sure you do this, make sure you do that, let's work, let's get this grind, let's get this shmoney, or you have a buddy that pushes you in a competitive way. Like, all right, I'm gonna have more kills than you. No, you're not, I am. I'm gonna earn more elo today. No, you're not, I am. Something like that. And they just feed your competitiveness, and this feeds into your motivation. There's all different types of buddies, all different types of goals, all different types of people. You have to find out what fits to your liking. And it doesn't hurt with your buddy if maybe you outgrow your buddy, or they stop trying to work at the same level as you. You find new people and you work with them. Find people, like lots of the times, this applies to whatever, but if you see somebody like you see Bolo and it's like, oh, I want to aim like him one day. Maybe that's your goal. Improve your aim. Now you have something to mirror off of. But this is a tip I learned a while ago from a YouTuber named Austin. He said, never try and copy and be somebody, because you will never be better than that person, which makes a lot of sense if you think about it. If you try aiming exactly like Bolo or Shaiko, or play smoke like Bosco or Pengu, whatever it may be, you will never be better than them, simply because you only try and be at their skill level, as opposed to like, oh, this is how he played that situation. Let me combine that with what I do, combine that with everything I know, and then eventually I will be past that person. Now, taking somebody like Pengu or Bolo or Shaiko seems a little kind of far stretch. It could be anybody. It could be, like, for example, going back to your buddy, if you're trying to compete with them, if you have that person you're constantly playing with, like, wow, their aim is so good, I want to be better than them that way. When you die, or if you're just playing, notice how they play, learn from that, don't necessarily copy it, but take that into consideration when you're playing, and learn from it. Again, just keep learning, keep growing, keep competing, keep consistent. That's the main thing. Setting a schedule doesn't hurt. Like, all right, every evening from 5 to 5:45, I'm gonna play T-Hunt. Or every evening, for like an hour and a half, I'm gonna watch a VOD of like a pro league game, see what they do differently, or one of my own games, anything like that. Having a schedule doesn't hurt. Setting goals, having somebody to push you with those goals, whether it be encouraging or competing. And that's pretty much all I have to say for motivation. If you enjoyed, remember, like and subscribe. I stream pretty much every day. Link in the description below. All my other socials are linked in the description below, so make sure you check those out. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and peace out, gamers.